still out playing for the Alliance. They have a third-place game up in Pittsburgh tonight, or this afternoon. I'm not really sure when the game is. That will not be on YouTube Live as it's not the Seahawks team. The Alliance is more of a AAA All-Star team. But the rest of the Seahawks are here, picking up the pucks, getting ready. Joseph Kelsall will be back in net. He was sterling, especially in those first two periods, but really all throughout the game. Number 50 kept him in it. So good to see him back between the pipes. Good to see the big man right there in the center of the frame, 44. Seahawks getting ready. They are 10-11-2 on the season. Played some pretty good hockey teams. This will be no different. Columbia, we talked about it last night, number 2 in South Carolina. So high-ranked, big challenge. Boys will need to step up, work together as a team, and find a way forward. But first, national anthem. Seahawks skate back to their bench, get ready for big Sunday morning matchup here early. We've switched time slots to 10U, so a little early for the 12U squad. We'll have to rub the sleep out of their eyes, both teams, and get ready for this matchup. Game 2 against Columbia Cyclones.
Our team representatives will not be penalized, and our grounds for removal from polar ice will
The boys break the huddle, we get our starters. Returning from illness, 44, the big man, George Gustafson at center, flanked by number 10, Levi Lentz, and Max Haynes moving up into wing. Behind him, Gavin Johnson and Ethan Levin also returning. 94 off the face-off, trying to pressure. Gavin Johnson goes into the half wall. Shot from distance, well wide. Over to the other half wall and then into the deep corner. Levin up to Lentz, up to Haynes. He tries to find Gustafson, but the puck goes through his skates, but safely out past the neutral zone and even into the offensive zone. Forecheck goes to work. Max gets a turnover. George also gets in the way of the passing lanes. Four checkers going to work, and the Cyclones enter. Toe drag move around. Ethan shot high off the glass behind the net. Seahawks come back to the house. They chip away. Collision there, and Seahawks able to get to the puck, but it goes on and off the stick of Ethan Levin. Out to Max Haynes, who tries to get past the defense. Goes not through a shin pad. Those things are solid. Second attempt, Max skates through him. Now they change. Max gets it deep and goes for a change. Good line change early. That's plagued the Seahawks in previous games. They get some improvements. Seahawks go offside, but immediately turn it over, so the rest let it go. Shot on net on the rush, handled by Kelsall. Now over to the far corner and behind the net. George Carabin on the ice for the first time today. He works behind the net. They go away from him, try a one-timer. Colin Stewart there. He tries to find Ryan Martin. Can't get it past the point. David Leonard tries to send it up the boards. Columbia doing a good job, as yesterday, kind of clogging up those walls that the Seahawks like to use as an escape valve. D-to-D pass. No one in the shooting lane. It comes easily handled by Kelsaw. Now Brooks Parrish tries a move. Kind of works, but Columbia comes away with it. Surprises his own defenseman. They go D-to-D. Big 22. He was dangerous last night. He's flanked by Colin and Ryan Martin. He dekes both of them and chips it back out to the point. Shot from distance, grabbed and covered. Kelsaw saw it all the way, and he sees it. He's catching it. 12:40 left in the period. Another pretty even start. Gustafson comes out, flanked by Long and Starman. With some players back, we'll probably see some shakeups in the lines across the game. Shot from distance, well wide. Gunner goes into the corner, battles, second man comes in, gets it. Gustafson tries to pick his pocket. Shot from distance, rebound goes away from the Cyclones. Good kick save by Kelsaw. Seahawks trying to get possession. It's Columbia cycling, goes from distance, and Kelsaw melts down the rebound. They want to start playing that game, start pushing. 12:10 left in the period. Centers, we have more centers than wingers, so Linson Haynes now centered by Parrish. Off the face-off, one pretty clean by Columbia and then mishandled by the defenseman. Shot from distance, attempted tip, but didn't really get a good tip on it. It was well wide. They come in looking for the back door, can't get there. Handled by Levi Lentz and cleared. Max. He was trying to find him. It was just a little ahead of him. It goes out to the neutral zone. Columbia recovers and they enter, but offside. Line stays out. Maybe. Yes. Defense changes. Forward stay out for Coach Dennis. Seahawks win the face-off, but it goes into their zone. Now out and chipped ahead. This will not be icing. Doesn't have enough oomph, and there's a guy there anyway. Now they go behind the net. Levi tries to find Brooks. Can't get him the puck. It's in the wing.
Wow.
Big collision, but they hit the puck first. That's legal. Turnover. Max Haynes has it. It's in his skates.
Get down.
And now over to the other wall. Met by Lentz and Parrish. Comes up to Gavin Johnson. Columbia uses the boards, gets by, but only gets as far as Gavin Johnson. Seahawks ice the puck, get a change, and get fresh bodies on the ice. Another strong start for the Seahawks. Triple B maintaining. Columbia a little bit more physical today. So Seahawks do have some new bodies. Big man gets it. George, he's got to get man breaking in. Ryan Martin goes towards the net. Backhand. And it's in! George Gustafson returns to our lineup. And the leading scorer for the Seahawks puts them on top. 44, welcome back to the ice. The Seahawks break the ice, and it's 1-0 home team.
Defense, get ready.
Huge shift now to try to build momentum. Face-off won by the Seahawks, but turned over behind Caleb Long. He picks it up, goes in deep. Seahawks all over now.
Wow, they did not. Okay.
We were curious about the Cyclones goalie. He only shot 2 real shots last night.
2 on the puck!
Now the Seahawks in the offensive zone. Puck comes out, but David Leonard's ready, chips it up. It goes to a bunch of overloaded Cyclones. They flood the one side, get the puck, come in, shot wide again.
Go, Gunner.
Gunnar Starman goes after it on the point. George Carabin supports him. And the Seahawks, with a puck in the net, look reborn. Cyclones trying to generate some momentum of their own. Up to the point. They like these big point shots. Attempted one-timer, sniffed out by number 9. He chips it up, and it's a skate race. Skate, Gunner, skate. We know the chant from the fans. He goes in on the forecheck. They have to turn away from the pressure of 18. And now Columbia tries to enter with speed. Only gets as far as Ethan Levin, and he makes his return to the lineup known, and they feed George Gustafson again. The gray and teal pressuring. 9:06 left in the first. They lead by 1 off a goal by 44. He tries to chip one out of midair. It gets as far as the neutral zone, and Ethan Levin with a move, power move. Still has it. It's in the feet of everybody. Max Hayes mixes a poke check. It's an on-man rush. 2-on-1.
Play the pass.
Gavin Johnson tries to get there. The pass goes past him. And the one time off the 2-on-1 in the opposite direction to where Kelsaw was sliding ties the game. Back and forth hockey. About 6 minutes in. We knew that the Cyclones wouldn't take it lying down. Now the Seahawks, up to them to respond. Brooks had the puck and the ref didn't know it. They get reallocated. Now Ryan Martin tries to go for a skate. Parrish, sticks go high. He comes away with it. Tries to toe drag one. One move too many. Now the Cyclones try to get back on a rush. They try to get past Carabin. He gives no quarter. Comes up to Colin Stewart. He finds Brooks Parrish. Goes on and off everybody's stick into the half wall to a totally different Cyclone. Now low to high from distance. Slap shot goes high off the mark. Picked up by the Cyclones defense. In the skates, kick pass by Carabin. And it goes up. Another big shot blocked. There is a lot of black jerseys there. And Kelsaw stands tall. Still with the Cyclones. Deflection off a skate. It's still loose. Oh my goodness. Joseph Kelsaw. 1, 2, 3 saves. And it stays out.
Get on it. Get on it.
Ryan Martin tries to get the puck. Seahawks scrambling in their own zone. Number 50 keeping a minute. Now David Leonard looks, tries to backhand one up. Colin was past the defenseman, now gets back into position. 2 pressuring them. They go to the half wall. Toe drag move gets around. Shot. Still loose. Loose again. And Joseph Kelsaw under siege. Melted down and gets the stoppage. 7:17 to go. We're still tied. Boys putting on an early morning show both ways. Although I'm sure the Seahawks would like to go back to the offensive zone. Face-off won by the Cyclones but turned over. Now it's George Gustafson. He tries to chip it past the boards. Can't get there. Second attempt to the Cyclones. Shot from distance. And Kelsaw sees it all the way. Grabs, squeezes, gets the stop. We tried to face off from the other guy. We just didn't like the first one. Gustafson long. Starman. Gustafson wins it, but it goes kind of past his stick and everybody's stick. Sweep check by Gunner doesn't work. Ethan Levin tries to toe drag. Almost gets himself in trouble, but manages to stick handle in a phone booth and find 44. He drives in. Tries to get past the big defenseman of 22. Size on size happening there. 22 comes away with it. Chips it forward. Turnover by the Cyclones in the neutral zone. Everybody on side. And Ethan Levin flips it in. Defense able to go for a change. as Gustafson just ties up his man behind the net. Puck comes all the way out. Carabin takes it, turns away from pressure, tries to find. I think he was looking for Gustafson, but it may have just been an attempted dump in. Instead, the Cyclones ice it. They thought they had made the red line. They had not. And the Parrish-Haynes Lynx line comes out. I'm going to have to start doing all three players since they keep rotating the centers. Leonard Carabin on defense. Face-off won by the Cyclones. Partial turnover, but they recover. They send it into the equipment of their person. It falls out, and Seahawks defense goes to work. They go to the point. Shot, D-to-D pass. He looked at the shot, kind of faked it.
There you go. Good stick.
And Seahawks trying to hold the house.
Oh, you're fine. He'll move.
Shot high. Off the mark. D-to-D. Shot from distance. Picked up by Max and sent out. No ice.
That's ice.
Everyone shake.
No ice. No ice.
No ice. Ryan Martin, the lone forechecker. I think everybody, including the Cyclones, thought it was going for icing. It slowed up right at the end, and they send it in. Flipped around by the defense. Goes to Carabin. He tries to find Martin and Long as they have come to the sides. They can't get there. Carabin turns away from pressure. He's got a man there. Needs to find a pass. Now he attempts a pass. Ryan Martin, couple of swipes at it, just won't stay on his stick. But it does force the Cyclones to go offside on the attempted counter. 4:56 to go in the first. 1-1 the score. We see him in close. We still haven't fixed the zoom, but I was able to use a different camera, so a little bit better of a broadcast angle today. So Long at center with Stewart and Martin on the wings. I don't know if we've seen that line today.
Ryan, you're on the wrong side, baby. You're on the wrong side.
Cyclones try to enter. They say the skate blade was still on the ice, so onside, although maybe just barely. Attempted clear, fancy backhand pass, does work. Ryan Martin picks the pocket, tries to chip it, catches an edge, doesn't get the puck out, but Seahawks defense able to get back into place. They go for a change, and 8-11, little fancy maneuvering. He manages to get out, tries to find Gunnar Starman. It goes off of a player, so no ice. Seahawks try to flood aside. It comes all the way to David Leonard on and off his stick. A lot of pressure on 98. And it goes in deep. Attempted shot, but 98 had gotten back to help out 50. Kelsaw and Leonard, that is. Now David Leonard's second attempt to try to find Caleb Long. Can't get there. Gunnar Starman swoops in. They try to work the blue line. Brooks Parrish is there lurking. And it goes all the way back to 8-11. Comes all the way. It's in Brooks' skates. Comes out to the point. Shot from distance into the corner. They had abandoned that corner, so it is picked up by 8-11. Tries to feed Brooks. It is icing. You cannot beat out icing. This happens at least once a game, I feel like, for the Seahawks. The stretch passes, if they go off the mark, even if the Seahawk is in first, you cannot beat icing. If it goes across the center red line and then goes across essentially the extended goal line, then it is icing and you come all the way back. You can, however, change players, as we see. So Linson Haynes come out on the wing. Parrish stays at center. Big shot from the point, but Kelsaw can see it all the way, and he gets the glove up. And we try the face-off again.
Nice, it's got to be up.
3:09 left in the period. 1-1 the score off of a goal by Gustafson. Wingers both crashing the point. Attempted block. They go around the wingers, but it causes them to go off the mark. Shot, tip, covered.
Yeah, that's why we need to make sure we're closing that gap. Right?
Seahawks forwards change. Martin, Gustafson, Stewart come out. Levin and Johnson's, no, Leonard. Levin and Leonard out on defense. The defensive pairs get a little shaken. Face off won by the Cyclones. They try a shot. It was, I don't know if it was blocked or he just mishit it. They try to get into the high slot. Now they go up to the house. Shot from distance. Tipped off the post. My goodness. We had a Seahawk who caught an edge. No, they try to just drive at Kelsaw, and the wingers for the Cyclones have had open points. Keep trying to just drive where the Seahawks keep crashing back, but the point is open. It's kind of a weird combination of offense and defense right now. Now they try a fancy passing play. Kelsaw ready. It's in his feet. And they do score. He was moving his pads, and they get the poke. It goes through the 5-hole.
Heads up, let's go. Good.
Seahawks. Seahawks drop a goal, so it's 2-1 visitors, but still just a one-goal game. 2:25 left in the period. Still very good. Face-off won by the Seahawks. They pass backwards. Shot, goal.
It was a good idea.
I think they were trying to feed their defensemen to feed the wingers, but the pass gets picked off and a partial breakaway ends up in the net. So we tried this again. Same people. Different result, hopefully. Face-off won by the Cyclones this time. Cyclones enter. They get as far as George Carabin. He goes for a skate, tries to get around a man, can't. Tries to stick or just dump it in. Does get it as far as the offensive blue line. Caleb Long tries to pick a pocket. Forecheckers, not quite sure what the forecheckers are going for. Caleb Long loses his stick. He picks it back up. Brooks Parrish tries to turn on a dime. He's battling 1v3. Now he gets support from the other forwards. Caleb Long comes in.
Move it out.
They tell him to move it. It is all caught up in there. Referee looks on, and it finally pops back away from the Cyclones. They have a little bit of same team problems as they collide, but the one winger comes in, shot, handled by Kelsaw. Attempted turnover, Caleb Long gets it, it's pinned on the boards, and we do it again. Caleb trying to play from his knees, puck comes out, and hello, it's right below us. Cyclones, you hear them communicating, that's kind of cool. They were talking about going behind the net, set play for the Cyclones. They had set it up, you heard them talk about it. Now they come in. They don't get as far. They get as far as Ethan Levin. Caleb. He's got a lane if he can get there, but the big 22 defenseman comes flying in to disrupt the offensive threats. Instead, picked up by Levin. It's in his feet, still in everyone's feet. And they get back. 2-on-1. Leonard with a great stick check to disrupt the 2-on-1. They attempt to pass to the back door, can't get there, and now the Cyclones back door, can't get the handle. He does find the handle, and Kelsaw, in a desperation save attempt, was kind of on his back and can't get there. Line stays out, 15 seconds left, another late period goal by the Cyclones. 4-1 the score. Similar to last game, but Seahawks need to stay mentally tough. Last game they lost in their minds before they lost on the ice. They need to right the ship there. This one goes all the way up into the high netting when we get a stoppage. 5 seconds left in the period. Offensive zone face-off. Gustafson, Lentz, Haynes, face-off won by the Cyclones. They turn away from pressure, 0 seconds, and we go to intermission. So we break for a minute. Seahawks get a goal from that man, 44. They meet with their coach, gear up for the second period. A couple of breakdowns end up in the back of the net, but overall, they looks like last night skating with them. So good work there by the Seahawks. They just need to keep the faith, keep pushing forward. So 24 seconds left in intermission. If you haven't already, what are you doing? Hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get all the Seahawks streams. Of course, as we always remind you, 10 and 12U family friendly, 14 and up. That needs to be honest. But also, you know, the boys are only down by 3. We've had these comebacks. Let's put a hockey stick in the comments. Say, go Seahawks, go. Let's get some engagement and cheer on the boys as they try to mount a comeback in period 2. They have tested the goalie. You see him right there, a little bit more. He comes all the way over, taps the other goalie. Little sign of the goalie brotherhood over there. So, Parrish, Stewart, Martin, Carabin, Johnson starting for period 2. 15 minutes on the clock. Everybody ready, and the puck is down. Face-off won by the Seahawks, but turned over at the wing. Johnson just gets it away from any kind of danger, and it's picked up on the far boards by the Cyclones. They try to work behind the net, go low to high, and they find the back of the net early. Low
And wind gone.
Seahawks allow an early goal. Body language not in a great space for most of them. Need to pick it up. This is when you need a good shift to build on, get some momentum. This is certainly a game of momentum, and it's gone all to the black and apparently red. I got a closer look. They still look pink to me, but anyway. Brooks Parrish, offensive zone battle. Ryan Martin joins him. It goes away from all of them. It's still locked up in that far corner. Now it comes out. Colin Stewart kind of throws a light cross check. They're not going to call those. But now the Cyclones enter. They try to get on Carabin. It gets as far as the net. Kind of trickles in. Kelsaw had his pad down, fortunately. It goes up. They somehow get that past the Seahawks. It like fluttered on the boards and into the corner. Carabin pins his man. Couple of shoulders thrown by Stewart and Carabin. After touching the puck, of course. Another attempted pass to the low slot. Martin bodied off the puck. They skate around a couple of Seahawks. Seahawks need to get possession. This is where the game got away from them. Backdoor attempt. Parrish is ready. Big slapper from distance. It's in the feet. But enough disruption to keep it out of danger. Now Brooks Parrish tips it up to Ryan. Ryan Martin.
You gotta keep skating. Keep skating.
Lane tries to find something. Big line change, and they had to slow up to avoid the offside, and it gives the Seahawks enough time to get back in the play, fortunately. Long Gustafson. Oh, that guy was wide open. This is the one-timer. Starman. Gustafson, Starman, and Long. I had to finish the line change. Carabin and Leonard out there, and Kelsaw melts it down. The defense had been out there for a minute. Now Carabin able to come off, and Ethan Levin able to come back on. 12:51 left in the period. 5-1 the score. Off a quick strike in the low slot here early. Seahawks playing with fire a little bit. Face-off one. Full wind-up. handled by Kelsaw, rebound cleaned up by the Seahawks, and George skates it out. George Gustafson, that is. They keep with it, big pass. They find the open man. It's a 2-on-1 if they hurry, shot, and he picks his corner. Into the top of the net. 44, he's had a number of goals this weekend, and it's 6-1. .34, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. Don't get that very often for a stoppage. Face-off won by the Cyclones and sent into the defensive zone. Seahawks looking for a spark. They started very similar to last game. Really strong first, second a little bit more hit or miss. And then the third, the wheels kind of came off. So looking to change the narrative. And George Gustafson, he's got a lane and he's got Gunnar Starman with him, but he loses control of the puck and his skates, and it comes all the way back. No icing since it was off a Seahawks stick. They try to chip it up, turnover in the defensive zone to the Cyclones. They've got plenty of time, and puck goes low to high again. Brooks Parrish, these are the sparks you need. Parrish, defenseman 22, he gets back. He's been dangerous. Brooks Parrish stays on him, pressures him. He turns away from 91, chips it up, and they force an errant pass. No icing. Carabin picks it up, reverses for Johnson. He's met by some black jerseys, and now the Seahawks looking for a passing lane, tries to find Brooks Parrish. He tries to chip it to Haynes, but can't get it through all the bodies. Now they try to go away from the Seahawks. They shoot it in. It doesn't get in. And Kelsaw with a good save, and the Seahawks descend back to give him time to collect the rebound. Better shift. That's what you want to build on. A little bit more back and forth. Seahawks still need to get back to the shots on goal, though. Might be able to actually see the scoreboard this time. 6-1 score, but 10:56 left in the second. D-to-D pass. They try to get to the point. It deflects in, and now the Seahawks defense trying to get possession of the puck at this point. Sweep check missed by Lentz. It goes down to the low corner. David Leonard goes behind the net, tries to win a skate race, at least does get there in time to make it a battle. Now 98 battling. Brooks Parrish just descends, so the two 90-plus numbers all back there. Ethan has the temporary 88 jersey, so we'd have a lot of 90s on the ice normally. Now picked up by Lentz. He tries to just get it out.
No ice. No ice.
No ice. They said. Another turnover. Parrish tries to find Lentz. Can't get it past the Cyclones. Another great example of the Seahawks thinking there was icing. Got to play to the whistle. You never know when that puck's going to slow up, hit a bad patch of ice. Now Max Haynes just tries to get it out. Reads the angle. Game of geometry. Seahawks skaters look tired. Screaming! And Seahawks trying to get out of their own zone. They have been pinned here for a while. It goes in close. They look very tired. They need a stop of some sort. Now Max Haynes gets it, tries to get it out. He's pressured. The mind starts making bad decisions. Cyclones trying to get something going. Kelsaw trying to get a glove on it to get a stop. They sweep at it. Now Parrish turns away, tries to toe drags outside himself. Gets it back, but now there's a battle. Now Now the Seahawks just trying to ice it, which is probably smart at this point. Backdoor attempt, they go low to high instead. Shot in from distance, blocked away by Kelsaw. Tired skaters on, and Lentz gets it. He just tries to send it out. They gotta get it deep though. Not deep enough, they can't get out. They go for a change. Seahawks finally get a cover as they were trying to change. Seahawks get a full array of fresh bodies, somehow survive that. And it's still somehow 6-1. That was a long shift for the Seahawks. Shot from distance, Kelso able to cover it. He saw that one all the way. Eight minutes to go. Well, 7 minutes, 59 seconds. Face-off won by the Cyclones. Shot from distance into the skates of a Cyclone and picked up by 44. He tries to chip it up to maybe himself or Ryan. Hard to tell. It went to a Cyclone anyway. Now they turn around. They get the puck in deep. All right. Colin Stewart tries to get it out. And then we go Ethan Levin. Yeah, Levin. Levin not wearing his normal jersey is throwing me off. Levin tries to clear it, takes a body. They do get it out. Cyclones have to retouch. They do. They were almost all near the blue line anyway.
Yeah.
Skates away from the pressure, and Ryan Martin tries to get the puck. Seahawks cannot get a handle on the puck. They do at least get it out. Now Colin Stewart finds Martin. Puck does get deep. Defense able to change now. And the Cyclones take advantage of the open ice and get the puck in deep themselves. Swing and a miss by Gavin Johnson, but he does stay with it. Cyclones come away with it though. Some of the forwards able to change, although we were in the defensive zone, so a dangerous change there. George Carabin with a big stick check to keep it away from danger, and now attempted clear, doesn't get there. Carabin this time has time and space. Yeah. That time and space went away and then came back. Carabin gets in, dumps it, goes for a change. Gunner sticks with it, keeps it in temporarily. Cyclones do escape between two Seahawks, and they come working on Johnson and Leonard, but offside. 5:55 left in the period. Narrative very similar to last night. Strong first period that ends kind of rough. Second period a little back, good shift, bad shift, good shift. So, like we said before, you gotta change the narrative. Don't lose the battle in the mind before the battle on the ice. 5:46 left to go. Seahawks trying to string together some shifts, get possession. That has been a struggle defensively. 5:30 left. Seahawks trying to keep it away from those close moments. They have been victimized by those 6-inch goals. Oh, gracious. Seahawks get a break. That man was wide open with a gaping net and tried a one-timer for I don't know why. He really just needed to flip it in. But the Seahawks will take the break. It's 6-1 instead of 7-1. And now the Seahawks shot from distance. Another attempt on the back door goes off the stick of the Cyclones. And now the Seahawks trying to get it out. Goes into the equipment of Brooks Parrish. And I think both teams just got a penalty.
What was it?
Yes, 4-on-4.
White, 4 black.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, the call. On both teams.
5-on-5. 5-5.
So they say five. So excuse me. They call not coincidental.
Huh?
They call the penalties in a way offsetting. Sorry, I had to think of the word offsetting penalties. So we remain 5-on-5. It's just that the two players, one for each team, will sit in the box for the 90 seconds.
Gotta keep those elbows down, big dog.
So, all right. So we stay 5-on-5. We're back in the defensive corners. Goes up to the point. We know it's coming. 22 from distance. And a little flare on the glove catch by Kelsaw there. Goalies love to flash the glove.
Sarah, what time are they out? 3:20? Okay.
Seahawks had 6 men. They get one winger to change. They're actually calling for a different one. But
Keep skating!
it all works. Now we're back to 5-on-5, and Cyclones passed out of the offense of our defensive zone. They passed out of their offense. 4:13 left. Seahawks trying to find something. Cyclones 22 trying to navigate. Ryan Martin almost goes through a man with the puck. Puck just sits there on the blue line, and Seahawks not able to get it out. Looked like they might have even maybe an offensive push or at least a good clear, and it just sat there about 6 inches from the blue line. Now a pass goes errant.
Oh my God.
But 22 skates in, disrupts the offensive chance. We were changing. There we go. Got the whole thing. Cyclones take advantage of the change, get an entry. They get it as far as David Leonard, who it comes in and comes down. The runner comes out, the other player comes out. So back to full strength. I mean on the bench. Obviously, they're still 5-on-5. But all the personnel are back. 3:12 left in the second. Face-off won by the Cyclones.
All day.
They go low to high.
All day.
Run a... Oh,
Wow!
what? That was...
Yeah.
They run a pick play to get around Stewart, and then they got around 9, which hasn't been happening much this season. Now they try to get there all day for 22. Full wind-up, handled by, I think, David Leonard. He took a full block to the chest pad, and that one will hurt. Coach comes out to check on 98. He has put in a workmanlike effort through 2 games.
Oh, yeah. There is no way.
Yeah, he took a full slap shot directly to the chest. That one's gonna hurt. Leonard gets up. Coach helps him off the ice. He is skating on his own power, although it was a chest hit, so not a leg. Looks like he's favoring the one arm as well, so. Like I said, workmanlike effort by 98. He's been a warrior this weekend. Huge blocks in game 1. Another huge blocks here in game 2. Defense changes. Levin and Johnson come out. Parrish, Long, Stewart on forward. Face-off won by the Cyclones. It comes in from distance, seen by Kelsaw and covered. 2:36 to go in the period. We try this again. Face off one, low to high, you know it's coming. This time blocked by Gavin Johnson off of his high chest pad, but that was a floater, not a slapper, so a lot less pain. Shot from distance, off the glove of Kelsaw. He didn't grab this one, but it does go safely to the half wall.
Oh, get him! Get up!
Caleb Long is down. It didn't look like a big hit, but he's down. Coach Bruce, Dad, comes out to check. He gets up, holding his arm, so maybe more of an awkward fall for 30.
It looks like he just ran through the boards.
So Seahawks need one. All right, Martin jumps the boards, replacing the injured Caleb Long. Even the coaches were trying to add. We'll try to figure out what happened on the broadcast, but it looks like it just kind of hit the boards funny and fell wrong.
Every single one of them.
Now Cyclones trying to work around. Now the Cyclones, stop me if you heard this before, D-to-D passing, up high. Now they get it in low, but they can't get it in past Ethan. Big shot blocked by 94, wearing the 88. 88's our temporary jersey, doesn't have a name on it. Ethan makes some stick handle, and the Cyclones put themselves offside. And we get a change. Gustafson, Haynes, Lentz. Wait. Starman. Who is on? Oh, Haynes must have gone back to defense. Oh, right, because Leonard's hurt. So Starman and Lentz on the wing, Gustafson at center. Max Haynes moves back to defense with Leonard out, and he's with George Carabin. All right, we got the lineup there. It took a second. We had to figure it out. Turnover in the neutral zone. They come in 3-on-2 if they hurry. They do. And another bunch of shots on Kelsaw and rebound, and Kelsaw covers. A minute 20 left in the second. Defense changes. Forwards stay out. All right, now we get the defense change. Took a second. Face-off won by the Seahawks, maybe? It was kind of one forward and then turned over, so we'll say it was to the Seahawks. They reverse. The Seahawks love that reverse in the neutral zone, or in the defensive zone, but it doesn't work very often. Now Levin just tries to send something towards the net. It goes all the way back. Gavin Johnson ready. He tries to go off the boards. Instead, it goes to a Cyclone. They try to stand up. Caleb Long back out after whatever the stinger was that he got. He's shaking it off. Now the Seahawks working behind the net. They try to send up the boards. It doesn't get to Gunnar Starman. It does get to Gavin Johnson. And now Gus tries to skate through a couple. He gets through, uses the body, tries to toe drag. He's got a moment, and
good play, goalie.
Big save by the goalie with 44 break. That's a lot of human to stand up for. Loses his stick and everything, and Gustafson can't get the handle on the backhander to get a shot. Now the Cyclones take a shot. It's off the mark. Haynes trying to navigate the defense. Turns it over, but it doesn't matter. The period had come to an end. (6-1) after 2. 48 seconds left in intermission. If you haven't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe, notification bell so you know every time we're streaming Seahawks Elite. Back here in the nest next week, take on the North Carolina Golden Bears. Seahawks in our home grays. We'll talk to the coach. He tries, like we talked about, change comes all the way out. They have. Okay. It just took a second. Now he gets joined. So looks like Carabin moves up to center, flanked by Martin and Stewart, Levin and Johnson on defense. 15 on the clock. Third period. They get ready. I think they were checking with the benches, making sure everything's good. Okay, they were getting the benches ready. Now they are. Puck is down. Face off, won by the Seahawks. Up to Stewart. And Carabin there. It's in the feet of Colin Stewart. Picked up by the extra Cyclone that had come in. They chip it up to the point. Navigates in a phone booth through about the entire Seahawks defense. But somehow doesn't get a shot off. So bend don't break moment there for the Seahawks. It comes behind, and Carabin gets there. He's got Ryan Martin if he hurries, but he's flanked by two Cyclones and ends up making a smart play. Just get the puck deep. Ryan Martin goes for the forecheck. They turn away from him. Deep 11 tries to pinch, can't quite get there, but does at least slow up the rush, and the Cyclones go offside. It's a fast sport, and Seahawks playing a little loose there, but they come away okay. Face off, one forward by Gustafson, but immediately turned over to the defense of the Cyclones. Harris, who I believe is playing defense. Yes, I think 91 has flipped. So that makes sense. With Carabin up to center, it was who comes up, obviously, and the answer was Brooks Parrish moving back to the blue line. Starman, Long, Gustafson, the forwards, as the lines kind of shuffled due to injury. Brooks Parrish skates the blue line, tries to move around. Haynes helps him out, but it goes behind both of them. And this is a breakaway unless something crazy can happen. Forehand, backhand, the way that you do it in NHL 26 on the PlayStation. And it works in real life too. It's 7-1.
Now we're on.
Carabin, Martin, Lentz, the forward line. As the Blendomatic in full effect with the injuries and shakeups. They try to feed Carabin, but that's a lot of bodies to feed a puck through. Instead, it comes back, shot from distance, picked up by the Cyclones on the far wall. They try to get it out. It's
Two of y'all right there. Spread out.
Seahawks needing to work on their teamwork there. They had two people there and didn't say a word between them. Now they spread out. Martin looks, ices, and we come all the way back. Got to make the red line if you're going to try that. He tried it too early, and we get a stop. 12 minutes left. We are in a running clock. The clock will tick away even during stoppages. 7-1 the score. Seahawks try to clear it. It goes off the boards and past literally everybody. Recovered by the Cyclones and sent in. David Leonard returns to the ice. The Warrior, 98.
I love it.
That's how you earn yourself a nickname, is all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Start calling me Italian Stallion.
The Italian Stallion. Little Rocky reference. Could work with that. He's definitely got a motor, 98. It never stops running. I think the Stallion.
I was gonna say.
I think the Stallion might be the name. 98.
I stick.
David the Stallion Leonard. There we go. We always say that the boys love to try to pick nicknames, and we always said you can't pick the nickname. It's got to be earned. Well, 98, welcome to earning a nickname. We'll tell him in the postgame. I'm sure he'll like it. All right, 10.5 to go. Gustafson, Martin, Starman. Those left wings are all the same size. I have to see their numbers. Cyclones come in, backhander, well wide. Levin had the angle to force him wide so that he couldn't get a good wood on it. Little physicality there. The boys say hello. Little introductions. All right. Seahawks still trying to get out of their own end. They have been pinned in. It goes in the opposite direction of both players, and they turn around, both teams, and go, oh, look, a puck. Now to the other half wall. Let's see. Cyclones come away with it. They try center, shot, covered. Kelsaw with the save. 9:35 left.
That was a good one.
Oh, hockey is fun. Let me tell you. Yeah, let's see. Carabin line, which is flanked by Lentz and Haynes. The wingers have flipped like all game, and it's hilarious on face-off to watch the two wingers trying to figure out who's on which side. Face-off, won by George Carabin. He gets behind it, flips it up to Max. Actually connect a good pass. Let's see if they can get some handle on it. Carabin, Haynes, Lentz, they were all deep on the forecheck. Goes on and off the stick of Brooks Parrish. And the Stallion back. He's got a motor. But they turn away from him and Kelsaw. And it somehow goes in. There wasn't a lot of space there, but they found it. Good play by the Cyclones. So we try again. Seahawks try to feed up the play. They find Carabin. They're in. He needs a shot. He's got a guy breaking. They can't get it to the breaking winger. Instead, it goes into the goalie's glove, and they get a stoppage. Gustafson, Stewart, Long, Johnson, Levin, 7:35 left. Face-off won by the Cyclones, sent around. They get it as far as Gavin Johnson. He tries to get it back deep. Colin Stewart on the forecheck after it. They end around the boards. It goes as far as Caleb Long, but he overskates it, and the Cyclones able to escape. work on Ethan Levin. He tries to force him to the outside. They turn away from 94 and they meet 44. Big shot from the point, which finds the back of the net. I don't know if there was a screen or what. Kelsaw a little late to react, so I believe there was a player in front. Didn't see it at first, and it finds the top shelf where Mama hides the cookies, as the old hockey announcer would say. 9-1 the score, 6:35 left. Seahawks losing the mental battle now, although that was offside. You can tell the last couple of goals really got to them, and we will skate it out. Caravan, Starman, Martin, Leonard, and Parrish. Fancy backhand pass goes by everybody, and Leonard working on a much larger number 15, but he skates away from it, and their pass goes errant. Ryan Martin comes in, tries to pick the pocket, and everybody skates around it. Starman and Parrish collide as they try to get back into play, and the Cyclones take advantage. I get a wave from the ref. Parabin to Martin, tries a move, loses an edge. His stick goes to the other side of the ice.
Let's go, pick it up and go.
Cyclones, partial 2-on-1, but Parrish able to even the numbers. Goes to Gavin Johnson, he just sweeps it into the corner. Tries to keep it away from the dangerous parts. Up to the point, blocked, stick on stick. It goes towards dangerous area and cleared out again. Seahawks send it. This will not be icing. Matt Haynes goes after it. Seahawks were in the middle of a change. It goes in. They slip past on the Seahawks were still not quite in position after the change and never really got set. Cyclones skate right through them. It's 10-1. 4:26 left. Familiar refrain from last night, unfortunately. Although the one is there. But we talked about our key to the game. Seahawks struggling to change that narrative. Puck comes out, Ethan Levin turns, they try to regroup. They send it up to Max. He can't get the puck in, it's on the red line. Gotta just get pucks deep.
Sticks are hard to hold on to today.
Yeah, another drop stick. This time Levi Lenz having to pick his up. Makes him late to the play. They skate around him.
Free, nobody back there.
Hey guys, just Claude. It's fine.
Levin tries to clear it, can't get it out, only gets as far as the point. Into the high slot, it's in the feet of Levi, and he just tries to flip it away. The Seahawks defense, that is. And they try to find a way to the net. Shot handled by Kelsaw. Number 50 has done what he can to be the foundation. Seahawks change, 3 minutes left. We skate this out. We will be back next Saturday. Shot, bar down. Bar down, 11-1, 2:45 left. So like I was saying, next Saturday, at home, Golden Bears. We'll be right back here on YouTube Live. Another point for 44.
And let him do it, too.
And 4 skates all the way through. Almost goes back to back on the same shifts.
Back forward!
Seahawks just praying 2 minutes runs out at this point. Cyclones.
Wow, there, Colin.
Collins skates it in. Cyclones finally kind of starting to back away, but they definitely have not shown any mercy. I'll say that. Against the lower rated Seahawks.
When you're allowing them to go coast to coast, it's hard.
So, puck comes out to center ice. Rejected by the Seahawks, but it turned over to the Cyclones. Long tries to get through a couple. Stewart tries to pick it up. No one comes away with the puck. Ryan Martin comes in. Does at least get the stick check, so it comes out. Minute 15 left in the period. Seahawks forecheckers go to work. They skate away from them. And the Cyclones back in. They put Levin into a blender. Cyclones hit a body. That was inadvertent. Ryan Martin has lost the stick. He gets it back. We're going to have to glue these sticks to these boys' hands. I think it's like the 4th drop stick today, if not more. 22. No look pass back to the forward. 11 fishing with his stick. Can't get the puck. They try to go back door. Miss. Martin tries to clear. Also misses. Up to the point.
You're coming back to the D. Look at that.
D to D. Gustafson tries to pick. He gets it. He's got a man if he can find him. He looks him off and tries to take it himself. It doesn't work. And with 10 seconds left, we'll see if anything else comes out of this game. I think, well, we might have time for one last Cyclones rush. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're going to shot towards the net, and the Seahawks will walk the path, and the game comes to an end. So 11-1 the score, similar refrain to last night. Seahawks will be back next Saturday. They'll get some practices under them, much needed. Get some rest, and they'll be back. So the Seahawks dropped to 10-12-2 on the season, hovering there around 500. They've got the games against the Golden Bears. You see the handshakes in front of you. We have the Golden Bears, and then we have a tournament on MLK weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, Matthews, but Charlotte. And then we will be in Raleigh to play the Junior Canes in a CHL divisional matchup to end out the month. So, everybody, fist bumps. We log off. It's been a pleasure being your commentator here on YouTube.